In my experience, many people start practicing, and I was one of them, to relieve our own suffering. It's too much. I just want to be clear, relaxed, happy, or at least content, I guess. But as we practice, we start to see the nature of our own karma. So the Buddha talks about grasping as being the source of suffering, right? Because if we're grasping after something outside of ourself, if we don't get it, then we're dissatisfied. Or we do get it, now finally I'm content, finally I'm happy, finally I'm secure. But what happens? You can't keep it, right? There's not one thing in this world we can keep, not even this body. Or we grasp after something, we get it, and we want more, or it's we want it to be a little bit different, right? So this is just a natural result of grasping. So we start to see that. So we start to see, oh, it's the grasping that's causing suffering and dissatisfaction in my life. So when we practice, we start to see that very clearly, and we can have an experience of our enlightened nature. Now, having this experience of our enlightened nature is interesting because, my teacher said something one time, and I really was like, what is it? What is he talking about? He talked about big suffering. So if we said small suffering, that just means my own suffering. I'm only concerned with my suffering and I want to relieve it. But when we wake up, our mind becomes clear. Then we see the world is suffering, not just us. If you're here and now, right, that means you're awake to this moment, that your mind is clear. If that's true, then if you come up to somebody who is sad, your mind becomes very sad. If somebody's mind is angry, inside you feel the anger, right? This is where compassion stems from. It's when our mind and the person or situation connect. Then things change, right? This is what my teacher meant by big suffering. Because before it was just about me. Now it's like, oh, how can I help others? If our mind is clear, and again, if we really connect, we remember this. We don't know what people are going through, but we know the raw sensations of anger, fear, sadness, jealousy. So we want to do something. So, really, that's the motivation. If we're practicing just for ourselves to get something, to grasp after something, the natural result is dissatisfaction. If we practice for ourselves and all beings, right, because we are a part of all beings, then the motivation automatically appears. So, to answer your question, is why do you practice?